So in this series of training videos, I asked the various people within All Life to come forward and give me questions, the most commonly asked questions that they've had to deal with, and I'm going to attempt my very best to answer them as honestly and scientifically and as factually correct as I possibly can, keeping in mind that things do change a lot in HIV, and generally if your information is 18 months to 2 years old, it's generally outdated. So please be aware of that. And as a person who works with those who are living with HIV, it's important that you maintain your knowledge base, it's important that you stay current, and that's part of the process that I'm going to support you in from this point forward. So as new things develop, I'll be sending through new little videos just to bring you up to speed on what's going on. So when your clients talk to you, you are well informed and you can actually help them out. Now, the first question that people always ask is, what is the history and the evolution of HIV since the early 80s to where we are today? Well, the first thing we need to be aware of is that HIV has been around a very long time. It was in Africa for many, many decades prior to it becoming a Western problem. But because it was Africa, no one really cared. And as a result of that, there was no research being done, etc., etc. What we do know is this is the very first case of a blood sample that we could test for HIV antibodies was discovered in 1959 in Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the DRC. A man died of strange symptoms that were not seen in somebody his age, and as a result of that, they were able to take some of his blood and freeze it. Now, up until that point in time, the technology to freeze blood didn't exist, so we have no earlier blood samples, but what we do have is we have DNA and bone samples of people who had died. So HIV has been around an awful long time. It is not a new disease at all. It's probably been around close on 100 years.